It is my honor to present to you Barbara Steinman. A prolific Montreal-based artist whose multidisciplinary works have found homes in galleries, museums, and public spaces around the world. Native de Montréal, Madame Steinman est une des grandes forces innovantes à l'origine des pratiques installatives en art médiatique. Profiting from Montreal's dynamic cultural milieu, Ms. Steinman's works touch fundamental human issues. Her themes have included boundaries and their mutability, as well as collective and personal memory. Capturing the essence of these often probing questions through an aesthetic characterized by a disturbing elegance, her work has never ceased to renew itself. Since the late 1970s, Ms. Steinman's primarily time-based practice has used mediums that include video, photography, and sculptural installations to create complex social and psychological spaces. A McGill graduate, she is particularly well regarded for her pioneering use of video. These early videotapes quickly evolved into elaborate video and multimedia installations. Barbara Steinman's artworks have been shown in exhibitions in Canada and internationally, including biennales of Seoul, Sydney, Sao Paulo, and Aperto in Venice, as well as exhibitions at the Museum of Modern Art in New York, the Stedelijk Museum in Amsterdam, the Tate Liverpool in London, the Art Gallery of Ontario in Toronto, and the National Gallery of Canada. Her public art projects have received widespread recognition, including the Award for Design Excellence from the Outdoor Public Artwork in Vancouver in 1998. It commissioned work for the new Canadian Embassy in Berlin in 2005, and the design of a feature artwork for the new Canadian Embassy in Moscow in 2010. Through the widespread acclaim Ms. Steinman has garnered over the decades, she represents the elevated caliber and sophistication of Canadian art. She directed innovative art-run centers in Montreal in the 1980s, such as Vidéo Véhicule, dedicated to the independent media production, and La Centrale Galerie Powerhouse, a feminist art center. These activities connected a variety of alternative artists, and by doing so nurtured creativity and participation and collaboration. Being a sustained contributor to Montreal's artistic scene, it is of little surprise that Ms. Steinman's path led her to collaborate with Concordia University. Ms. Steinman was invited to work with the Master Print program at Concordia University in 2003, where she created a bookwork entitled Traces in Red. This work was exhibited in Sans Artistes qui Impriment, l'Estampe au Québec depuis 1980 at la Grande Bibliothèque de Montréal. Her fearlessness and pioneering use of new media to both national and international effect, Ms. Steinman was a recipient of a Governor General's Award in Visual Arts in 2002. Her professional collaborations have led her over the years to work with leading galleries, such as Olga Korper Gallery in Toronto since 1994, Galerie Françoise Paviot in Paris since 2005, and Galerie Antoine Erkestrieren in Montreal since 2013, and most recently with MA2 Gallery in Tokyo for her first solo exhibition there in 2015. Mr. Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate and the Board of Governors, it is my privilege and honor to present to you Ms. Steinman, that you may confer upon her the degree of Doctor of Fine Arts, honoris causa.
It gives me great pleasure this evening to address Dr. Barbara Steinman and welcome her to our midst at Concordia, and we now look forward to receiving her convocation address. Dr. Steinman.
Bonsoir, good evening. Thank you, Professor Morelli, for your kind introduction. Chancellor Wiener, Vice Chair of the Board of Governors Amir, President and Vice Chancellor Shepard, distinguished platform guests, graduates, families, and friends. Thank you for this great honor and recognition. To receive it here from Concordia University, where I was born in Montreal, means even more to me. Je voudrais exprimer ma profonde gratitude envers l'Université Concordia de me conférer la lumière de cet honneur, et je suis fière de faire partie d'un groupe éminent de personnes associées à cette université. Graduates, we're here tonight to celebrate your achievements. I well remember facing the same transition you're about to make, from a structured classroom to an open-ended world. It was at once liberating and frightening. And as a working artist, I can honestly say that when I graduated from university, I was full of uncertainty, even though my career may sound coherent and filled with smart decisions. My degree in literature from McGill got me a job writing copy. I thought about making films and learned sound and television recording in Concordia's master's program in educational technology. Then I went to Vancouver for a short stay, which lasted 5 years. I met artists at the Vidéo Inn in the Western Front and Real Feelings who were experimenting with the then new portable video equipment. Now, portable at that time meant carrying a camera roughly the weight of a 6-pack of beer. We collaborated on each other's productions, making art videos, documentaries, and performances. When I came back to Montreal in the 80s, I made my first video sculpture, Le Couple d'Aumont, which consisted of a double bed with video monitors embedded in the 2 pillows. A dream tape played on one monitor. On the other, I showed my own brainwaves during REM sleep, which were recorded at Montreal's Centre for Advanced Research in Sleep Medicine. You see, I learned quickly that achieving what I had in mind had a lot to do with finding people to help me, and that art making was filled with unknowns. That particular work was chosen for a survey sculpture exhibition, and it was only when I saw it in the museum that I realized I was working as an artist. Looking back over time, I see how often the tough bits, the disappointments and obstacles became unexpected opportunities. I was invited to make a work for an exhibition in the 90s, entitled Roulette. It was a sound sculpture in a darkened room, a work about chance, with 38 pristine glass sections. During the exhibition, someone came into the space with a blunt instrument and smashed the glass pieces. We never found out who did it, and at the time, I was shocked and outraged. But what began as a setback sparked a whole new body of work using shattered glass, and an outdoor public artwork in Vancouver that included 8-foot-high panels of laminated, tempered, shattered glass, which were earthquake-proof. So what had begun as a disastrous event turned into an achievement. I'm very grateful to live in a country where everyone has the right to an education, and where I've been able to express myself without being censored. And I'm very relieved that the suppression of medical and scientific research in Canada is now over. Yeah. While art making can be a solitary pursuit, I balance this at times by working on large projects as part of a team. I was awarded a commission in 1998 to design a park in a former empty lot in downtown Toronto. Instead of making a sculpture to sit in the park, I designed the park as a sculptural space in the form of a giant leaf to resist the urban grid. I worked with engineers, lighting designers, landscape architects, the developer, urban planners, and the parks department. Late in the project, I got a call that the existing underground parking garage hadn't been designed to support the weight of a park. This meant the posts underground would dictate the placement of tall trees. So the garage layout became a crucial yet invisible part of the design of the leaf garden, and engineers became a crucial part of my team. I hope all of you will be able to have the pleasure, as I've had, of working with people from different fields and learning from them. Some feats of engineering can be works of art, like Santiago Calatrava's bridges, which were inspired by the sweeping flight of birds, and Zaha Hadid's swirling buildings. And some works of art, like Anthony Gormley's enormous steel quantum cloud sculptures, are works of engineering as well. In the near future, many of us may need help from computer engineering to work with immersive virtual reality technology in art and science, and in our daily online lives. All of you from these different faculties will be designing the future, how it looks and how it works, and therefore you will all influence culture. So graduates, maybe it doesn't matter exactly what you do next, but what does matter is that you keep doing and that you keep open. Don't panic if you feel uncertain or if you don't have a dream job lined up. There is no one right way to go about getting started. And sometimes the path leads away from the plan. You have the privilege to graduate with skills in your chosen fields and with the tools to keep on learning. The university has given you access to this knowledge. When you come to the end of something, you will think of the next step to be taken. Maybe you will need new materials, new technologies, people to help you. You will find them. I congratulate the university for providing the foundation for your achievements tonight, and I congratulate each of you for attaining your degree. Félicitations and good luck.
Dr. Steinman, thank you for your illuminating remarks, and thank you for making this a beautiful country to live in, where we can enjoy your creations and your creativity.